Yo, warriors, samurais, and legends, welcome back to the dojo. SenseiCJ here, and we are going to be talking about what the hell does it mean to be a full-time streamer. Now, I see a lot of people claim this title, like, oh yeah, I'm a full-time streamer, full-time content creator, full-time streamer. And then when I actually check the content out and we actually do a little bit of research, you be like, what you mean by full-time? Like, in what regard? So we're gonna talk about what does it actually mean to be a full-time streamer. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these things are subjective. A lot of these things are kind of up for opinion. So I just want to have a healthy discussion about what do you guys think? What does it mean to be a full-time streamer? You ready for all the stuff that come with that though? Let's get into it, man. Put your headbands on, put your kimonos on. Let's get it popping. Time to train. Okay, so one of the very first things that I want to tackle in this topic is sustainability. Now, sustainability goes in so many different forms, but I think we can all agree what the general consensus of what is the most important for sustainability is that moolah, baby. Listen, when these streamers see other people getting paid for what they do and what they love, oh my goodness, it's like just dollar signs just all over people's eyes. If you don't believe me, it is the exact reason why people switch to Kick, for a better sub split. You also have to ask yourself, how long can you realistically do this? One of the biggest issues that I see that people do when they start creating content is they don't know when to call it quits. Now, calm down. I'm not advocating for you to quit after a day, but putting in 36 hours a day to two people for 38 years just doesn't make sense. Oh boy, this is gonna be one of those rough topics, man. So let's dive further in our topic of finances. Your finances will vary from month to month. It's not like your 9-to-5 job where you know how much you're getting paid every day per hour. You know how much you'll make during the week. Nah, streaming, you have literally no idea. Are you ready for that? You think you think you're ready for that? This is why I start to question full-time. So technically full-time, the actual definition of being a full-time employee is putting in 30 hours a week or 130 hours in a month. Okay, cool. If you're making even just way less than part-time, is it it's just a title at that point. You're just saying you're full-time, but it's just you have nothing to show for this. And this is where it starts to get into that kind of perception is reality type of deals where people will appear and say and project, yo, I'm full-time. But when you actually do research, it's like, okay, no, this is just a title. There's nowhere you're living off of this. There's no way. And full transparency, my very own perception of what being a full-time streamer is has changed. In 2019, yo, that was the first time I'm like, okay, from January to December, I'm going to be full-time. I'm going to put in just as much effort as I think I can put into this, and let's see how we do at the end of the year. Well, the end of the year rolled around and I looked at my final summary of finances and I'm looking and I'm like, wow, yeah, this is hard. The channel generated around 25 grand, and while some people may be like, oh my god, that's great, yo, 25K to live off of is abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal, especially in New York. You're not gonna make it. It was such a dose of reality for me, because now I'm like, yo, while I'm saying I am full-time, it's technically I am putting in the time, but the benefits and the revenue, my channel is just not monetizing just enough where I can feel proud of what I'm doing. And I honestly got to the point where, I'm telling family and friends hey, this is what I do, and they're just not taking it seriously, because of you really start realizing how much more serious you are taken just in the world when you can take an idea that you have and just formulate it and just generate income for it. So while again we're talking about sustainability, that's when I had to really ask myself, how long can I do this for? 2020 was the year for me where I was like, listen, if at the end of 2020, if these finances are not straight, bro, I'm about to be, you're about to see a lot less of me. So I ask you guys, when do you guys know when to call it quits? If you ask me, I would equate to your passion in this. How passionate are you about this to hit that start stream? You feel like it's lit, you feel motivated to do it. At some point, finances have to take a toll, right? Because let's actually break down the finances portion. A typical contract on Twitch, you're getting 50-50, right? I would say like 27 to like 30% of that is gone because taxes. So you really gotta ask yourself, are you really ready to do this? What is the sustainability for this? Your channel realistically has to generate a good amount of revenue to actually live. Now we get into that top 1% talk. Now you understand. This is why platforms like Kick are doing so well right now, because it offers the opportunity to create more full-time streamers. You are seeing just how bad people want it, where people are saying partners, I've even seen ambassadors, like they're like, yo, I'm dropping Twitch, I'm not getting, the 70-30. I'm going to where I will get a 25 to 45% raise. Can you blame them? So I get it, I understand. But the mental hurdles, man, that's another thing you're gonna have to learn how to adjust with and how to really work with when it comes to full-time streaming. Even at the most minuscule level, you hit start streaming, your starting soon screen is up, nobody's talking. The screen is up for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Nobody says anything. Are you ready to come on and say like, yo, what's up everybody? And nobody says anything, crickets? Maybe one person. You ready for that? Month after month, are you ready for that? In 2 months, I make 9 years on this platform, and I have seen people just start streaming and they are such full of life. They're full of such life and just optimism. And then little by little, they just start crumbling and crumbling because they're constantly skipped for opportunity after opportunity. Then you have to live with that reality. You got to ask yourself, yo, do I just really suck at making content? Or is my content really good and I just keep being skipped over? There are many cases of both. Honestly, more times that your content is just not good, more than your content just hasn't been seen yet. But I have, with my own too, I've seen people that their content is absolutely incredible. And then you always ask yourself, yo, why don't people gravitate towards this? It is a tough, saturated, congested industry. Everybody wants to be a streamer, but everybody's not good at it. Honestly, when you're just starting out, most of the time you're gonna be terrible. But over time, you build, you work at it, and you get better and better. But you can honestly tell when people do not have the passion for this. It's a certain natural joy people get, and that natural joy all starts from within. It starts with the streamer. And the streamer's energy is contagious. The community feels it. The people that come in, they feel it. All the new people, all the first impressions you leave, they feel it. Oh man, here's another tough statement. The perceptions that some streamers have on different platforms does not actually affect their live streaming. Hey, yo, what you mean by that, CJ? What I mean is, just because you see someone popping on Twitter or Instagram doesn't mean that their streams are popping. See? Now you see how the perception starts to take its course. You'll see people with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes on Twitter or Instagram. And you say, oh yeah, these people gotta be doing well. They gotta be doing successful. And then you go on the stream and it's crickets. Or there are many people talking, but the channel isn't generating any revenue. There's no bits, there's no gifts. So what did the streamer do? Okay, I'm gonna just turn on ads then. And now we're gonna have 86 ads, and then now people are upset. Now they're gonna leave. It's like, bro, people are not gonna continue to create content and stream for free. And this is not to knock anybody, because times are real out here, but this is just the reality of the situation. Then all of a sudden you see people with different goals asking for help. Get me to this convention. Yo, I'm gonna run my 8th subathon this month. Now you're seeing people remix it and having 63 tipathons. You'll see people go on Twitter and they'll be like, oh man, this is so embarrassing for me, but like I need help in creating GoFundMes. These are the realities of the situation. Now, hopefully you understand a little bit more of what I mean, like where it's like, to be a full-time streamer, it's actually so much more than just hitting start stream and just streaming for hours. It's so much more than that. Now, if you are lucky enough, you might land a paying sponsor. Honestly, if there were more paying sponsorships flying around, it would relieve so much tension and stress on these streamers. But the reality of it is they're not. So when other options come around, like Kick, that are giving you 95.5 sub splits, people are gonna capitalize on this because it puts them one step closer to becoming a full-time streamer. Hopefully this video gave you a little bit more insight on just the trials and tribulations of full-time streaming. What does full-time streaming even mean to you? Leave your comments down below. Let me know what's up, what y'all think. What are some challenges you've faced? What are some things you've seen? Are you trying to be a full-time streamer? And if so, how long do you think you can do it for? Just some food for thought, man. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Always remember, warriors, keep on training.